This is ESPN International.
The National Hot Rod Association presents Championship Drag Racing on ESPN Speed World. The NHRA, the world's largest motorsports sanctioning body, showcasing speeds in excess of 290 miles an hour and traveling the quarter mile in less than 5 seconds. Championship Drag Racing from the NHRA. The 19-race, $18 million NHRA Winston Championship Drag Racing Series is entering the home stretch with only 7 races remaining in this 1989 season. The most recent event was at Seattle International Raceway in the Seafair Nationals. In pro stock, Bob Glidden had a chance to win his 75th national event title, but lost to Bruce Allen in the semifinals. Then in the final round, Warren Johnson defeated Allen for his first win of the year. In Top Fuel, Joe Amato gained ground in the Winston points chase as he defeated Dick LaHaye in the final round after beating the points leader Gary Ormsby in the semifinals. Amato remains in third, close behind LaHaye. The closest points race of them all is in Funny Car Eliminator, where Bruce Larson and Kenny Bernstein continue the battle that started the first race of the year. Larson is the leader and extended his slim margin by defeating Bernstein in the finals at the Seafair Nationals. Now the national event trail winds its way to the lakes area of Mid-State, Minnesota, and the 8th annual Quaker State North Star Nationals. Hello, everybody. I'm Dave McClelland, and welcome to beautiful Brainerd International Raceway near Brainerd, Minnesota. A lot of stories have developed around this 2nd annual Quaker State North Star Nationals. The headlines are focused on the Funny Car Points chase. Bruce Larson leads Kenny Bernstein by only 864 points. Of course, Bernstein is motivated to be the first ever to win 5 Winston Funny Car crowns. Bruce Larson is trying for his first. The other major story concerns Joe Amato. To set the scene, it began back at the California Nationals at Sears Point when Joe had that massive engine explosion. Since that time, he's been suffering from what's been described as a pinched nerve. He can drive his 280-mile-an-hour race car, but particularly between the rounds of competition. Throughout this North Star Nationals, my good friend Steve Evans has been following another story. Steve?
David, we have a real upbeat story developing here at the Quaker State North Star Nationals. It concerns this top fuel dragster and its owner-driver standing in the doorway of his trailer, Gene Snow of Fort Worth, Texas. Now, you'll recall just 2 races ago, Sonoma, California, at the California Nationals, Gene Snow, on a qualifying run, had something fall off the front of the car, which punctured the fuel tank and then blew the left rear tire. The car turned right, impacted the wall so hard that Gene Snow was knocked unconscious. He then traveled down the wall unknowingly at full throttle, and just when we thought it was all over, he impacted a tire-wrapped telephone pole. Gene got a lot of bumps and bruises and a broken collarbone in the incident, so he passed on the Seafair Nationals in Seattle 2 weeks ago while the crew prepared a new car and he recovered. Well, in round number 1 earlier today here at Brainerd against Hank Indries, Gene Snow broke the all-time track record with a 5.11 elapsed time.
It's a great new car. My crew's done a good job. We worked 3 weeks in a row. If the shoulder holds up, we're going to be all right.
How does the shoulder feel?
Sore like everything should be probably in 2 or 3 weeks, but it's getting better every day.
Do you wince a bit when they tighten that shoulder strap down?
Yeah, that's what makes me cringe a little bit, and also pulling the shoes.
5'11", that'll ease a lot of pain. David, one thing we've learned watching Gene Snow, when he runs really well in the first round, as he did here today, he tends to put a number of good runs together consecutively. Not good news for the competition. Well, we'll just have to wait and see how that develops.
And Steve, that competition is developing right now here at this 8th annual event. I misspoke a moment ago. This is the 8th year of the Quaker State North Star Nationals here in Brainerd, Minnesota. And this This is 23-year-old Lori Johns at the wheel of the Jolly Rancher Special. She hails from Corpus Christi, Texas. Her competition is Connie Coletta, the operator of a flying service based in Ypsilanti, Michigan. He qualified in the number 10 spot with a 5:26, earning the right to race the number 2 qualifier, the man that is currently leading the Winston points chase, Gary Ormsby. This was only the second race for this car after Ormsby destroyed his first car at Sears Point. The Castrol Special went into an instant wheel stand, hit the guardrail hard, veered across track, and slammed into the right-hand guardrail. The fire was quickly put out by the NHRA Safety Safari, but for the second time in just 3 races, Gary Ormsby had totally destroyed his race car. Steve talked with him.
Well, David, Gary Ormsby is out of the car. He's A-OK. He's already in their tow vehicle trying to figure out exactly